Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Live here, and welcome back to the top 10 coasters of February. We did this contest last month in January, so if you didn't see the results for that, go check it out. There will be a link down in the description for that video. For those of you who are new to this, while I'm explaining the rules of the contest, I will be showing thumbnails of all the contestants which were entered into the month for February. These are the rules, and this is how it works. 36 amazing coaster creations were featured as coaster spotlights on Channel 5 Gaming in the month of February. So we took those 36 coasters, put them into a Google form, and created a bulletproof system to get the best results possible. The way the system works is a legitimate top 10 voting system. Our Google form allowed you to pick your number one favorite right down to your number 10 last pick. The results were compiled into a Google sheet. Our wonderful cosmic cowgirl Lauren is a programmer. She created a formula that compiled all the picks into a point system. The point system was simple. If you pick X coaster as your number one, it earned 10 points, running 1 point less down to 1 point for a number 10 pick. So therefore a number 5 pick would earn 5 points. Pretty simple system. The voting page was open to all patrons and Discord members and required an email and name to prevent any exploitation of voting twice. 47 of our 130 plus Planet Coaster community members participated, and we now have an awesome decisive top 10 list to present to you guys. For those of you wondering, there are no rules to what you are allowed to pick. I left it open to the opinions of the voters in order to create the most diverse top 10 list possible. What this means is one person that likes theming and creativity over realism are totally allowed to pick the creative coasters over the realistic coasters, and vice versa. If you guys want to participate in the top 10 voting system for March and onward, all you have to do is join our awesome Planet Coaster community on Discord. You can do this by adding Channel 5 Gaming 0054 to your friends list on Discord. Once I accept, send me a message with your name and link to your Planet Coaster Steam workshop to verify that you are in fact a Planet Coaster builder. If you're not a Planet Coaster builder, you can become a patron and instantly gain access with special titles and rewards. Information on both these methods are listed down in the description of this video. The results of this voting page will be listed in the description down below as well. If you're interested in seeing all the point differences between all the top contestants and everyone that didn't make the top 10. The full videos for all the coasters in this top 10 video will be listed down in the description below as well. Alright, so now you know everything you need to know. Let's get on with the top 10 coasters of February 2017. Number 10. Alpine Thunder, inspired by Big Thunder Mountain, created by Zvatlis. This is an incredible mine train coaster experience, and an entire Western theme park surrounding it was all essentially built as a scenery to be seen while riding this very long and immersive coaster. The train takes you through so many different visual experiences, from interior mine shafts to lush outdoor scenic environments, fiery areas, even a frosty alpine area which you don't see too often in a Western map. Truly one of the best mine train experiences we have ever seen. Number 9. The Little Mermaid adventure, created by Tricky Plays Games. This amazing little family coaster takes you on an adventure through scenes from Disney's Little Mermaid movie. A good portion of the coaster is underwater and captures some incredible builds such as Underwater Castle, the creepy eels, and many other characters. Eventually you pop out of the sea and into a small nearby village to then finally run into a massive sculpture of King Triton. Tricky Plays Games is known best for his ability to make massively incredible sculptures, and his King Triton is a great example of how you can use terrain tools in this game to help tell a story. This is really an amazing storytelling coaster experience. Number 8. Chivalry, created by Ben Hammond. Chivalry is a medieval war coaster that starts you off in a castle which is under siege by an army outside. You pass through rows of soldiers preparing for battle and burst out into the battlefield full of chaos and destruction. The battlefield is full of archers, knights, and catapults waiting to lay siege on this massive castle. The surrounding fields are set ablaze, creating an atmosphere of pure destruction, setting the mood perfectly to really make you feel like you are in a chaotic war zone. Number 7. The Fabulous Brothers Fantastic Flying Machine, created by Zayfor. This little masterpiece is a placeable blueprint flying coaster, fully themed fantasy steampunk, full of locomotives, flying ships, and even a lighthouse. The design is amazingly strange, wacky, mysterious, and full of wonder. So many people were in awe over this creation, as it truly is something beautifully puzzling to look at. Some people were saying that it wasn't fair to lump in placeable blueprint coasters against park coasters, and this is a great example of how only 2,000 pieces can truly be enough to create something incredibly worthy of a top 10. Number 6. Dragon Quest, created by Cobra Shade. Dragon Quest is a storytelling coaster that was created and won the Reddit monthly contest in February. It's no wonder this coaster not only won the Reddit contest, it also made its way into this top 10 list, as it is truly an amazing storytelling experience. The story has you leaving the city in search of the lost princess. You travel through an enchanted forest in search of the princess to run into some mysterious and dangerous events. A witch makes several appearances to cast her spells on you, and these spells are created by using hundreds of triggered events. She floods forests in one scene and then sets fires to another. Eventually you find the princess at the very end of the story, and then to conclude the story, a dragon eats the witch. A hilariously fun ending to a very engaging story coaster. Number 5. Grindstone Mine, created by RCTD. Grindstone Mine is a dark ride coaster that takes you through a dark story of some brave pirates who dug deep into the mine in hopes to find legendary treasure of the Grindstone. It's a very dangerous old mine that looks like it's ready to collapse, and the atmosphere is insanely creepy and well detailed. While the overall experience may be somewhat short, the atmosphere, the lighting, special effects, sounds, and very minute details all add up to one breathtaking dark ride story experience. Truly one of the most detailed dark coasters we have seen. Number 4. Cosmic Cow Raceway, created by Jubilanti. Last month we saw Foxy's racing track come racing into first place to take gold and win the top 10 coasters of January, and it certainly has set a trend of inspiration in its wake. Jubilanti has taken the dueling Sprint 500 raceway concept and in many cases has improved upon it. She has made the raceway circuit to be more open and representing of an actual raceway, and has taken the theming to a whole new level. We see a massive cosmic UFO with a cosmic cow driving it as a hero piece. The colors are perfectly true to the Cosmic Cow memorabilia. The boarding station is a freezer room. The bleachers are built into an ice cream parlor, and even the trees are a cosmic solar system built out of ice creams. Truly a brilliant raceway with perfect theming, which has led people to be inspired by it. We are now seeing a fad of raceways fueled by this amazing creation. Number 3. Witch Hunt, The Truth Beneath the Rose, created by Chuck Morris. This coaster is a dark ride medieval storytelling masterpiece. It starts you off in a church surrounded by an eerie medieval village filled with chapels, graveyards, and witches. The coaster takes you on a cryptic ride through the enchanted forest where you are struck by lightning along the way. You eventually encounter a church on a lakeside that catches fire, and anarchy breaks loose from the witch's spells. As you run from the terrifying witch's spells, you eventually make your way back into the creepy village where more anarchy and spells are cast into a final epic ending to an amazing storytelling experience. This is truly one of the most jumpy coasters filled with oh my god moments. Number 2. Westworld Dolores, created by Galcian BTH. From the creator who brought you Arcadia Rising and the Wrath of Sindragosa, Galcian BTH, one of our master builders, has built one of the most epic wood and steel hybrid coaster western experiences ever. These violent delights have violent ends. This too is a storytelling coaster based off the series Westworld. It takes you through the western world that you all know and love, and quickly turns into a wild western horror show as the coaster screams at violent speeds through an incredible arid landscape. Galcian is known best for his ability to make extremely long coasters that run solely off of one massive chain lift, and the use of momentum and force of the coaster to take you on one epically fast and furious experience to then run the coaster dry as it's barely boarding into the station. This coaster showcases his ability to do that perfectly yet again. This coaster is surely one of the most incredible western coaster experiences we have ever seen, and deserves to be at the top of this list. This coaster actually had the most first place number 1 votes overall with 11, and the runner-up being Witch Hunt with 7. So again, amazing job Galcian BTH. That's a truly impressive feat. Number 1. And your top coaster of February 2017 is Yeti Land's Darla the coaster, created by Channel 5 Gaming. Alright guys, so this is a bit awkward. I entered into my own contest and ended up winning. Before I go into the irony of the situation, let's at least talk about the creation first. Located in the frozen Arctic lands of Yetis, Darla the coaster is the world's first hybrid wooden steel torqued launch coaster and was created by Yetis. The coaster is several miles long and is being held up by 100% custom wooden supports. Hundreds of Yetis sprawl over the supports and are screaming at the coaster as it whizzes by them, as if it were a scene straight out of a polar-style Mad Max movie. The experience of the coaster is intended to be both frozenly magical and animated like a Pixar-style story. So I have to say, at first I may have felt that some people could possibly be biased towards me and simply vote my creation up. However, it clearly looks as if people voted on what they thought was best, and in fact, only 2 people actually picked me as their number 1. I ended up winning purely out of points, and there was many second place votes, and I had won the most votes with 37 out of 47 votes, adding up to a 55-point lead overall. So it was a blowout in terms of points. However, while I may not feel great about winning, this isn't actually a prize contest, but purely a contest of seeing who the people thought the best creation of the month was, and I just so happened to have created a coaster of my own. So at least it shows that the guy who rides and critiques coasters all day every day can actually build a decent coaster too. So I do ever want to congratulate Galcian BTH. He did an amazing job with Dolores, and I find it funny that we both made female coasters with the names starting with a D. So the double Ds, Darla and Dolores, ride out into the sunset this month. And there you have your top 10 coasters of February, everybody. If you guys want to see the complete point system and the results breakdown of the contest, there is a link down below in the description, and I'll quickly show it here so you guys can see that I did not cheat, and this is purely off of the people who voted and what they thought was the best, and the system is pretty legit. If you guys want to participate in the voting and decide on the winners for March, you can do so by simply becoming a Discord member by adding Channel 5 Gaming 0054 to your friends list. Once I accept, you simply send me a link to your workshop to verify you play the game. If you do not play the game and want to participate in monthly events, you can simply become a patron to get in. Information on both those can be found down below in the description. Stay tuned for the March top 10. It's going to be stacked, guys. The competition for March is absolutely incredible, and I have no idea what's going to happen. We will be launching the votes March 1st and releasing a video mid-March again. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for the top 10 voting list of February 2017. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. All right, everybody, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.